Fox Weather is your hurricane HQ. We're just days away now from the start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Begins on Sunday, and Florida and its more than 1,300 miles of coastline are, of course, vulnerable to tropical systems. Parts of the state still recovering from a record-breaking 2024, with 3 hurricanes making landfall there. And one city that was hit particularly hard 2 years running now, it's Cedar Key. That's on Florida's beautiful nature coast. This area was battered by Hurricane Helene last September and Hurricane Idalia, that was in August of 2023. With recovery still underway and another season now fast approaching, let's check in with Cedar Key Mayor Jeff Webb. Mayor, thanks for being here with us on Fox Weather. This is 2 hurricanes back-to-back, 2 majors. That's a lot for any community. How would you describe the recovery happening there in Cedar Key? How was the spring for visitors?
Yeah, hey, Ian, thanks for having me this afternoon. Welcome to beautiful Cedar Key. You know, the spring's been great. Cedar Key is recovering, and we've had good visitors. Last weekend was Memorial Day. I think we had probably the biggest crowd that we've had, certainly since Helene. There wasn't a parking space to be had, which is inconvenient, but we love it. And so it's been a blessing for us to have the visitors come back and see us.
Yeah, it's an excellent problem to have. And your background looks like CGI, so that's the Florida that I know and love, and I used to live down there. This comes with the territory, living in the hurricane zone, right there on a beautiful part of the nature coast, as I mentioned. We've heard that many buildings and homes there are now being elevated as part of the resiliency and the recovery efforts. Cedar Key only has an elevation of, what, 10 feet above sea level? How's that process going, and what impacts are you expecting that to have?
Yeah, it definitely is low. I mean, there are places that are a little bit higher on the island, but for the most part, the island's pretty low. The Elevate Florida program that we've been participating in has been great. We've been elevating homes. We're elevating a condominium complex right now, which is pretty amazing to see. But yeah, trying to get above the water for future storms. But one of our challenges, obviously, is Cedar Key being, you know, kind of the last bastion of old Florida. We're trying to hold on to that charm while we move forward, get ready for the future. But we know that elevating is part of the solution for sure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Building back more resilient, but not losing what makes that place so special. It's hard to consider that we went, what, a century for the Big Bend or the Nature Coast without a storm like what we saw last year. But there was 2 of these. You had Idalia, a record surge, and then we followed that up with Helene producing an even greater surge. What was that like, just generally speaking, for residents? Not seeing that once, but back-to-back years, seeing a storm of that magnitude.
Right. Throughout history, Cedar Key has a culture of dealing with hurricanes. If you look back all the way to the 1896 hurricane, which Helene kind of matched up with, it's definitely part of our culture. But, you know, Idalia followed up by Helene felt more like a kick in the gut when we had Helene. The town kicks back or bounces back and comes together. But having them so close together was pretty tough emotionally. I saw a lot of that with our residents. But you know, what is most remarkable is once you get through the storm, to watch the people of Cedar Key come together and work selflessly to help each other come back, help businesses come back, bring homes back. It's one of the most remarkable things I think I've ever seen, and certainly something that I'll cherish only because it showed the love that we have for each other.
Yeah, it is a wonderful place and a wonderful part of the state. And as we move into a new season, you guys have had more than your fair share. So we're hoping for a nice, quiet 2025. Glad to hear the news. That's Cedar Key, Florida Mayor Jeff Webb. Thanks for taking the time to be here with us today on Fox Weather.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.